The best way to get better at programming is to practice. In this example, we're going to expand upon our previous example where we read in string data, and we're going to look at reading in other types of primitive data using the console. As always, this file is available for download using a link provided below in the description. We'll pause for a couple seconds so you can download it, and then you can follow along with us. All right, so let's get started. This seems pretty straightforward. We have everything we had in our previous example, and then we just added a couple of things. We've added an integer for the age and a double called your pi. So here we want to read in data from the console. So let's see how we're going to do that real quick. Now we've got that buffer reader. If I say age equals br.readLine, notice that I get an error. Now, why is that? That's because we're reading in string data. We could do that with name because name was a string, but age is an integer. So what we're going to do is make a slight change to this. We're going to say integer dot. Now, integer is a class that lets us work with integers. Notice it has a lot of static methods that we can use, one of which is parseInt, and that is we can pass in a string and get an integer value out of it. So you're going to say parseInt, and then it's going to be br.readLine. Now we don't have an error with that. Likewise, we're going to do the same thing for reading the value of pi, or what we think the value of pi is. So we're going to say your pi equals, in this case, it's going to be double.parseDouble. Once again, we'll do br.readLine, and this allows us to take that string and convert it to pi. All of your primitive data types, integer, long, float, double, even Boolean, have this parse type of function that allows you to convert strings from something like a file or a console input like we have here and make it so you can convert it into that primitive data type so you can use it. If we come over here and run this application real quick, you notice it's asking for our name. Remember, I had to click down in the terminal window on Visual Studio Code, get the age, and then what value I think pi is, 3.14. And it comes up, takes in all those pieces of information, and outputs it as one big string. You can see that information and how that was done just a little bit lower. But you can see that this works relatively easily for us in something simple like that. So that's how you read different types of data from the console. If you found this video helpful, please give the video a like and consider subscribing so you can see more videos on how to get better at programming.